Hello and welcome to my channel. This is the Nomadic Goddess and I am Jasmine. This is going to be a general bi-weekly reading for the sign of Scorpio for the weeks of February 6th to February 20th. Now you don't just have to be a Scorpio Sun. You can be a Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Mercury. And just because I said it's for the weeks of February 6th to February 20th doesn't mean it's solely for that time. It is for whenever you are guided to my channel and decide to hit play. Because this is a general reading, you shouldn't take everything with you. If the shoe fits, lace it up, find the matching pair, and travel well. If it does not fit, leave it. There's no need to carry messages that do not ring true for you. I am clairaudient. That means the divine, whether you want to call it source, the universe, God, what have you, along with your higher selves, your spirit guides, and your ancestors that are for your highest good. They all send you messages via songs, bits and pieces of movies, and bits and pieces of books that I've read. Now, with the songs, I do get them stuck in my head and I do sing them. The only issue with that is I cannot sing. So, if you can power through my horrible singing, then I hope you enjoy, discover something new about yourself, and don't be afraid to dive deep. Also, I will never, ever message you, email you, Instagram you, Facebook you, TikTok you, or any form of social media you, asking if you would like a reading. If you would like a reading, there is a link in my description box that leads you to my website. All right, let's get started. What messages do we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury? What messages do we have for Scorpio? All right, what messages do we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury for the weeks of February 6th to February 20th? What messages do we have for Scorpios? Starting off with a horse. Hey, hey, look so divine. Come get your tiger. Come and get your love. Oop. Whale. Peacock. Feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling my fish. Feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Hummingbird and octopus. Feeling myself, feeling myself. Feeling myself. What messages do we have for Scorpios? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Mercury for the weeks of February 4th to February 20th. What messages do we have for Scorpios? message do we have for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Whoop. One at a time, please, and thank you. Messages do we have for Scorpios? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. One at a time, please. Thank you. Your magical ass being, act accordingly. Messages do we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury for the week of February 6th to February 20th. What messages do we have for Scorpio? Caterpillar becomes the butterfly. Ooh, devil genitals. What messages do we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury? Strategy needed before action is taken. Messages do we have for Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury? Thank you. Happening quickly. Oop. Did not mean to do that. Major winds are coming. And abundance flowing in. Ew. Alright, what messages do we have for Scorpios? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury for the week of February 6th to February 20th. What messages do we have for Scorpios? What messages do we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury? Messages do we have for Scorpio? 1, 2, 3. Messages do we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury? Oh, we have a fire. Supermoon, emotions are running high. Cardinal moon, be bold and make the first move. And full moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you. Okay, Scorpios, you may have earth, fire, and air in your chart. Horse is earth energy, tiger is fire energy, whale, fish, and octopus are water. And peacock and hummingbird are air. For some reason, whenever I'm looking at the Tiger card, and there is another Oracle deck that I use, and it's called the Rebel, not the Rebel, I'm going to post it. It is from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. But the card is Defend to the End, the Worthwhile. And whenever I'm seeing that, literally when I am looking at the Tiger card, this is what the card looks like. I'm going to hold it up to the camera and hopefully, there we go. Yeah, that is what the card looks like. And basically the message of that card is, beneath the illusion, you know what's real. Beneath the lies, even though they may sound nice and even though they may be sweet, you know what is the truth. You know what makes your heart throb. You know basically what is worth your while. And with that card, it's basically saying, honor even the smallest steps in your journey. Like, even the smallest of victories are worth the while, are worth you celebrating. And I saw that as soon as I looked at the Tiger card. And then with the Tiger energy is the feminine energy, or lunar energy, as I like to say. But it's also, the Tiger energy is also bringing about it's also bringing about the it's very, very different from the Lion card, the Panther card, and any of the big cat cards. The Tiger card is my lunar force. It's it's the feminine energy, but it's basically how it's like how you guys have such ease, how you ease into the darkness, and you do it so effortlessly. And for those of you, when Tiger energy is unbalanced, it really means that you're overstimulated. And what happens when you're overstimulated, you get really, really agitated, you get antsy. It kind of sort of feels like, for some of you, it kind of sort of feels like static is moving across your skin, or like you feel like a thousand ants like running all over your skin. And for those of you who feel that way, to bring that energy into balance, to not be overstimulated, just light a candle and gaze into the flame. Going back to the beginning of the horse card, the horse card is always going to be my momentum card. But whenever I see the horse card, it reminds me of the Knight of Pentacles. It's like the steady momentum, like the build up. It's like the sure way, the slow and steady wins the race, and then the sure way to success. The Well card is my card that basically means you guys are not afraid to dive deep. Like you guys never like anything that is surface level. Like anything shallow, you don't want it. It doesn't appease to you. And so like you guys don't mind diving deep into your emotions or in anything that you're studying. It also is my profound peace card and my ancient wisdom card. Because you guys like to dive deep, you guys have this ability to tap into this limitless well of just wisdom and knowledge. And that's why sometimes most of you or all of you, people will say that you're wise beyond your years. Now the peacock card is my inner beauty card, especially for those of you who are on your self-love journey or just starting your self-love journey. You guys need to start realizing, or you are realizing, that the beauty that you hold is more than just superficial. It's what radiates from within you. Now, for some of you, especially if you've just started to love yourself unconditionally, it's a reminder to not step into the realm of egoness or shallowness. Now, the fish card, my fish card is the card of restlessness, loss in the current, and like you're changing focus, which makes sense because you also have the octopus card out, which is a card of that lacks boundaries and lacks direction. Now, for those of you who lack boundaries, setting a boundary with yourself will actually help you set boundaries with other people. Especially when it pertains, because you have the humming card out, especially when it pertains to giving of yourself. Giving, especially if you have spiritual gifts and you give a lot. The hummingbird is my spiritual, as I like to call it, the spirit. Like hummingbirds always know where to go, what flower, what nectar is the sweetest, so they can refill and replenish their energy. So the hummingbird card is like my spiritual resource card. The hummingbird always knows where to go to replenish itself, to fill itself up. If you are lacking direction and if you're lacking boundaries, you have no idea how to replenish yourself. And because you don't know how to replenish yourself, or because you're giving so much and because you lack boundaries, you're literally giving and giving and giving until your cup is like bone dry. For some of you, for the rest of you, you guys have learned how to set the boundaries, the proper boundaries with yourself. And so you know how to set boundaries with others, which is why you know where to, you know when you need to pour into yourself, when you need to take a break, when you need to take a step back, when you need to, especially if you have like a spiritual business, like if you're doing Reiki, if you're doing readings, if you're doing Reiki infused candles, stuff like that. Like, you know, like when your energy is fucked up or crappy, that you're just like, look, I just need to rest, and I'll just send out an email, and those who understand, great. For those who don't, I can just refund them and send them on their merry way. I feel like that's the mentality that a lot of you guys are having. You're a magical ass being, act accordingly. Those of you who are just figuring out your self-love journey, or even those of you who are like shoulder deep into it, there are days that you forget who you are, or not even forget who you are. Like you need a quick reminder, like, yo, you the shit, you that bitch, you're magical as fuck. Especially for those of you who always are overthinking and doubting your gifts. It's always a reminder, like, hey, you that shit. Like, you know, like your gifts be gifting, as I like to say. The gifts be gifting. And it's a reminder. Like, everybody needs a reminder every now and then. And here's your reminder, Scorpio, that you are a magical ass being. You are a goddess. Like, you are it. You are a warlock. You are a sorceress. You are it. Okay. The caterpillar becomes a butterfly. Again, with this card, it really isn't any self or explanation needed. But for a lot of you, you guys are literally coming out of the chrysalis and expanding your wings, letting the sun dry them so you can get ready to take your first flight. Now, devil genitals. I feel for a lot of you, you either were dealing with in the past or just recently stopped dealing with someone who you knew wasn't the best for you. But because they made you feel good physically, you kept them around a little bit longer than what they needed to be. Yes. I'm literally hearing, for those of you who listen to rap, I'm hearing the Glorilla song, Fuck Nigga Free. It's the remix though, and it has Lotto in it. And one of her verses is, can't have no fuck nigga throwing off my pH. So, yes. Strategy needed before action is taken. A lot of you guys, especially if you are starting a business, need to plan out what you are doing. Plan out your business. Come up with a business plan. What is your strategy? And if you need help with that, or if you need help structuring your business, there is going to be some links below of 2 people who can help you and are more than happy to help you. But especially, but for some of you who are planning to like buy a house or buy a car, you need to strategize, like put it to pen and paper. And that's how you'll, because a lot of you manifest better when you write it down and you see it and you physically see it, like how much you need to save up or what have you. I know for me, when I want to manifest something, I write it in red ink. That's just me though. And then once you strategize everything, you're gonna see everything happening at like a rapid pace, which is why the happening quickly and major wins is coming in, especially the abundance is coming in. All right. Emotions are running high. I am recording this the night of February 5th, which is the night of the lunar full moon. What does that mean? That means that the full moon is in Leo. It means that your emotions, especially now pertaining to your creativity and your inner child, they're going to be a little tumultuous, especially if you need to do inner child healing. Show the world the real you. This refers to you're a magical ass being. I'm hearing stop hiding yourself. Stop hiding yourself from the world. Show them who you really are. Because you're a dope ass person. And shoot, if we're not friends already, can we be friends? Then we have be bold and make the first move. This is pertaining to the strategy is needed before action is taken. So again, when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your manifestations, when it comes to wanting to have a business, have a plan. Now, I'm not saying you need to have a backup plan to the backup plan. No, have a plan and then have faith in that plan and have faith that you're going to manifest that plan. All right? All right, I am going to pull, a couple more cards for you, Scorpios. All right, what messages do we have for Scorpios? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury for the weeks of February 6th to February 20th. What messages do we have for Scorpios? What messages do we have for Scorpios? For those of you who need or who are starting your self-love journey, I would say listen to Redbone, Come and Get Your Love. I listen to that when it's literally part of my self-love playlist. Actually, you know what? I am going to put my self-love playlist in the description box below, so you guys can have it and listen to it. All right, we have Rowan, Protection. With Rowan, I'm seeing some of you need to hang like a sprig of rosemary above your door. We have Violet, Attract. And then we have Pine, Preserve. Okay. Now, like I said, with the Rowan, Protection, I feel like some of you need to hang some form of protective herb above your door. I'm seeing like a sprig, 3 sprigs of rosemary. For the Violet, Attract. So when you're manifesting, it's good to get on the frequency of abundance, but it's also good to do visualization. Like visualize yourself with whatever you're trying to manifest. If you're trying to manifest a new house, look up your dream house, or look up the house that you want, or if you want to build your house, visualize yourself walking through the front door, holding the key in your hand, walking into the front door, touching the appliances, so you can get in that energy of manifesting it, but also so you can get into the energy of you already having it. Okay, now with the Preserve card, this is for the strategies needed. The strategies that you make or that you create now is going to help you preserve and help you hold the abundance that is coming or flowing in. It's one thing to have abundance flowing in. It's another thing to know, what do I need to do to hold on to it? What do I need to do? Like, do I need to open up a savings account? Do I need to start investing money? Like, what do I need to do to have my money make me money, basically? All right? All right, Scorpios, that is your reading. If you've enjoyed this reading, please like, share, subscribe, and also comment. I love to hear from you guys, even if it's just saying hello. Right? Right. See ya.